Hi guys, this is Hafiz. On the wrist today, I have a very special piece, and that is Rolex Submariner reference 116610LN. If you've watched my other videos, you'd know that I have blue and green subs as well. But what makes this black Submariner so special is how timeless, versatile, elegant, simple and characteristic this watch is. Needless to mention, it's the same iconic watch that we all start our Rolex dreams from. And now that I have it, I can tell you, it is the most versatile and timeless watch I have ever owned and worn. This model was introduced in 2010 and has had considerable enhancement from its predecessor, 5-digit model reference 16610. One of the characteristic improvements is the Cerachrom bezel that is so much truer black compared to the previous non-ceramic bezels. And it looks rich and deep black regardless of its position with the immediate source of light. The ceramic bezel on new Submariners has a blink factor to it which has its own pros and cons. And to some collectors it is desirable, while traditionalists tend to stick with pre-ceramic and more subtle looks of non-ceramic bezel. Some other upgrades include maxi case, which has larger hour markers and fatter hands, as well as larger case lugs and the crown guard. Looking closely at the crown guards, they protrude outwards about half the way with the crown, and not just protecting the crown from any hits, but also giving the watch a beefier look. Even though watch case tire is the same for the males, but because of larger case it feels bigger and bolder. With the super cases in the new subs, the shape is more squarer and angular as opposed to the previous case design, which was more rounder and circular because of thinner lugs and smaller case height. The step from lugs to the bracelet adds a very sharp looks to the watch, making it look refreshed and modern. The writing on the dial, for where Submariner and depth rating is mentioned, is very crisp and sharp. When sweeping seconds hand passes by the writing, jumping smoothly across the circular hour markers that are filled with chromalite that glow blue in the dark, the sight is the beauty to behold. The blue glow from hour markers, seconds, hour and minute hands complement the already gorgeous dial, and on top of providing legibility in the dark, they add glamour, beauty and exclusivity on the dial, especially with the sweeping seconds hand. The model comes with date window and has cyclop lens over it, which is the symbolic design for Rolex sub. Cyclop lens is not preferred by many collectors, and luckily Rolex have no date sub available to fill that gap, with the model that offers a more simpler, uncluttered and symmetrical dial. The hour markers are fashioned from 18 karat white gold that Rolex used to prevent it from tarnishing as they age. The way hour markers glow, complemented by gorgeous reflections from the white gold borders, the dial looks just gorgeous and represents a sign of perfection. The pearl on the bezel at 12 o'clock hour marker is primarily for divers to provide them legibility to be able to read the bezel time, but aesthetically adds so much completeness and personality to the watch. Inside the 300mm water-resistant case resides caliber 3135, which has been in service since 1989. Like the rest of the watch, the caliber 3135 has received an upgrade as Rolex fitted their new parachrome blue hairspring to the caliber 3135 in the modern subs. In any event, the new hairspring is almost completely anti-magnetic as well as highly shock and temperature resistant. This is the movement that has stood the test of times, and with decades of being in service, it has proven to be one of the most reliable and robust watch movements ever created. All being said, the Submariner is apparently due for a movement upgrade, as Rolex have recently upgraded movements in C-Dwellers models to 3235, which offer a power reserve of 70 hours, as opposed to caliber 3135 that offers 48 hours of power reserve. The bracelet is seamlessly brushed with a pattern for brushing extremely well spaced, which is a sign of refined manufacturing and an emblem of attention to detail. The machining on Rolex Oyster bracelet is one of the finest brushings I have ever seen on any watches to date. To be really honest, I have never loved a bracelet as much as do these Oysters, especially the stainless steel ones that come all brushed. Without any exaggeration, I have never looked at the bracelet for so long ever before to appreciate the craftsmanship. The clasp makes no difference here and has same exceptional brushing, adding more versatility to the watch. To see the functionality of the light lock clasp, have a look at another comparison video I did with the green sub. The link of the video will pop up on the screen towards the end of this video. On the wrist, the piece wears exceptionally well, and with larger case dimensions because of higher lugs, the watch has much more wrist presence than pre-ceramic subs. The wrist size you're looking at is 6.5 inches and the watch wears seamlessly, contouring to the wrist finely, and bracelet hugging the wrist without any errors. The case sits at the center of the wrist and lugs don't stick out on either side. From the top view of the wrist, you can see the first link connecting to the case on each side, which complements the case dimensions and the overall package that this engineering marvel has to offer. Overall, the dial with crisp Rolex logo surrounded by circular hour markers with floating hands and housed by ceramic bezel, there is virtually nothing that looks missing here. And this watch showcases the marvels of engineering by representing decades of efforts and dedication inside the 40mm case, representing completeness of horological advancements and excellence in the history of mankind. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys, and thank you for all the support you have provided me to date. If you're liking the content I'm uploading, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up. I'll have the next video for you guys in a few weeks' time, and until then, have a good one.